What's up everybody, Steve here. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about the top areas to invest in the United States for short-term rentals. Before we get into it, I want to talk about two very important things that you need to take in consideration if you guys are in fact going to invest in short-term rentals, vacation properties, Airbnb properties. The number one thing that you need to look at are regulations. More and more regulations are coming into smaller associations, townships, cities, and you got to be aware of this. You got to be aware of any kind of board agendas that are happening, because the last thing you want to do is invest in a property where, let's say you analyze it on a long-term annual investment, and the annual investment, let's say it's $2,500 a month in terms of putting an annual tenant in there. And if you run it for short-term rentals, let's say you can almost double that income. In many cases, you can make a lot more money by offering it for short-term rentals. But let's say in your local zoning area, they're talking about banning it, or maybe they're talking about banning so many, or there's an allotted amount that they're going to allow in any certain area for short-term rentals. This could really hurt you, especially if you're taking on debt. The next thing is we're going to come into a situation where I think we're going to see travel as well as bookings slow down. We're already seeing this in many areas out west, where a lot of bookings are taking a hit. There's a lot of competition in the market for this, and you're seeing a lot of open calendars in a lot of different areas for a lot of options to rent out property short term, and people are starting to cut their rates as well to become to entice more bookings as well, which can drive your revenue even further down. So it's very important that people really take in consideration those two things, because if you're again running your income based on gross rents as a short-term rental and you see a significant cut, you could be in an upside negative cash flow position every single month, which could really hurt what you're trying to accomplish. Real quick, we're going to go through the top areas for vacation or investing in vacation rental properties according to AirDNA. As always, I will link this as well. The number one is Fairbanks, Alaska. Typical home value, $148,000, occupancy 65%, average daily rate $198, average revenue $49,000. And as always, do your research whenever you guys are looking to invest in any kind of income producing property. Make sure you guys are verifying all the income and expenses associated with this kind of investment. Now, I'm not going to read off all of these because you guys can read it on your own as well, but we're just going to quickly go through because I know your time is valuable. The next one is Evansville, Indiana, then Rockford, Illinois, Springfield, Illinois, Purdon, New York, Williamstown, Kentucky is number 6. Number 7, New Haven, Connecticut. New Haven, $261,000 for typical home value. I thought it would be a lot higher than that. Ellsworth, Maine. Sheboygan, Michigan. North Woodstock, New Hampshire is number 10. Number 11, Montgomery, Alabama. Look at that. Typical home value, $123,000. Average revenue, $30K. Two Harbors, Minnesota coming in at number 12. Number 13, Gainesville, Florida, $234,000 for typical home value there. St. Ignace, I'm messing that up, Michigan. Number 15, Bardstown, Kentucky. That looks like a cool little town there. South Bend, Indiana. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Look at the steeple on that church, pretty cool. North Charleston, South Carolina, number 18. Number 19, Logan, Ohio. Number 20, Augusta, Georgia. Number 21, Akron, Ohio. 22, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. 23, Cleveland, Ohio. Interesting. 24, Waco, Texas. 25, Indialantic, Florida. Why have I never even heard that? And I live in Florida as well. Okay, it's on the East Coast. Interesting. Typical home value $479,000, average revenue $84,000. So I assume it's close to the beach town they're talking about. And that's it. As mentioned, just be careful when you guys are analyzing income and expenses on any kind of property, whether you're buying for a long-term or short-term rentals. And as always, I'll link this in the description below, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for being here. See you.